Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time!
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore N More podcast. I'm your not so mean Fluff Master's Brain, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I don't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Starting it off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, all the way down on the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Who we looking at there, bud?
That is Scareglow, my friend, from Masters of the Universe Masterverse line.
Nice.
Who is it?
Scareglow.
Is he like Skeletor's right hand? Like what's going on here? I don't know that character.
He's a bad guy, yeah.
I was like, it looked like a new age Skeletor to me, so that's why I had that. Fuck yeah, dude. Well, welcome aboard. And we have the Duke of the Dead, the host with the ghost, Lord Scrubacaba, the Dean of the Deceased, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
How's it going, baby?
Today is October 23rd, 2023, and well, we have a very fun episode today. We're going back to the homestead of our childhood youth. But before we do that, we're going to talk about what we did in the past week. So, Mr. Vasquez, how you feeling today, bud? You feeling up to it?
I am not up to it, so we're just going to say, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your slice of life.
I could have brought in variant.
I mean, you can still bring in the variant if you want to bring it.
All right, hold on. Let me, I got to pop down Brody here.
They'll find out why.
Yeah. Well, that's why we got to get to
it.
We got to get to the slice of life, though.
When we get
got to do it
Yvonne here
appropriately.
first.
All right, let me pull in variant scoops from, I think it was like from 343 or something like that. I don't know. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Pizza.
You know,
All
I
right.
would love to know where that pizza is from. What restaurant? Because that looks fucking tasty.
You know, I don't even
It's a
remember
DiGiorno
where I
ad.
found that. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Fucking A, bro. So, Chad Daddy, how you been, buddy?
Not bad. Just another long week at work, and you know,
Pull the chat up here.
you good there? Oh shit! You know, I hadn't shared this yet. Sorry.
No, you're right. I'm doing that right now. We're giving you your spot. So
So this weekend, you know, Friday night, didn't really do much. You know, the girls went with their in-laws because they had bowling, and my son had a soccer tournament Saturday.
yeah.
So at home, and you know, made some wings, and
Now Friday, what are you talking about? I thought Friday you had a great day of staying home and busting ghosts.
well, that came after. That was later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but first, yeah, my son, you know, he just wanted to hang out and wanted to play his video games, so he was upstairs playing games. Me and the wife decided, fuck it. I finally sat down and watched Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Ooh. What'd you think?
Nice.
I enjoyed it.
It was not. It was a fun movie.
I really enjoyed it.
Honestly, for the 7th one in the series, and I haven't watched the last few, I felt like it kind of brought me back into it a little bit.
Yep.
Not
Yeah,
gonna
and I
lie.
still don't understand how they're saying that this is, you know, a prequel, you know, how it, because it does not tie into the first Transformers movie at all. It doesn't make
Fuck no, it doesn't, man. But they set it up for the time-wise that it could still
But it
somehow.
doesn't, because, you know, it was supposed to be Optimus, you know, it's like his first time on Earth in the first movie, and now he's been on Earth for years. Unicron's a different planet. In the movie, he was fucking, Earth. He was literally Earth
Yeah.
in the last one, and it was stupid as fuck.
Yeah, but I feel like that's why they kind of retconned it for this one. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make him how he actually should be.
But I don't know.
He was closer to what he was supposed to be.
That was exactly what he's supposed to be. He just didn't
Yeah.
transform.
Well, yeah, because that's got to lead to the second one, bro.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be a trilogy that they're setting up.
Exactly.
I feel
we
like-
gotta see him transform at the end of the second one, so we're all like, and then they're gonna fucking leave it on a stale note, and then they're gonna bring that into the third one, and we're like, motherfuckers!
I did think it was really cool seeing, you know, the Maximals, you know, maximize.
It took forever, though.
It did take forever.
It was like the final battle, and I looked at the wife, I'm like, I wasn't even sure they were going to show them in their robot
And
form.
there was no rat trap. That
And
was
there was no rat trap. Yes, that was the other negative.
It's kind of alluded to that he was dead, though. Like, all the others were dead.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought they mentioned him like he was on a different planet somewhere.
I don't know. I just know that AirRaiser said that they were the last ones. Like, she was the last, and there was just...
Yo, her transforming was cool. Like, her, like, turning evil was fucking awesome, dude. Like, I love that scene.
Yeah. Yeah. So we watched that,
yeah, dude.
and, played some Ghostbusters, got to try the new DLC. I did kick Sam Hain's ass.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Like I said, man, he should be hard.
Yeah.
If he came in and he was a bitch, I would actually be pissed off.
Dude,
at the
I had more trouble with the fight in the museum than I did in the Ghost Dimension.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went Ghost Dimension. I just went. It was no problem. I didn't lose once. So
is the DLC? Is it story mode or is it
real short story?
It's everything, bro. It's everything though. So like, I know there's a lot of people that are kind of hindered on it, dude, and I won't try to stay too long on it. But you get story mode, you get 2 new fucking maps, you get more customization shit. You get, and when I say that, not only with Busters, but Busters and packs, you can get 4 slated customization packs, so you can have 4 at the fucking ready. So like now with your Ghostbusters, that's who also hangs around the firehouse and is your AI when you're playing with bots. So like I made Janine and Kylie for my stream. So they're always busting with me every fucking time I bust.
I just made 4 random people. This is going to sound horrible, but I made one look like an overweight lesbian, and I gave her the name Muncher.
Yeah.
God.
So you just made Patty from 2016.
Patty.
Whatever.
Oh God.
Yeah. So what else happened? Okay, so Saturday was my son's tournament to end the soccer season. It did not go well at all. They lost. They played 2 games, lost both games, so they were eliminated. They only scored 1 goal throughout the whole tournament.
Damn.
Which, they had a rough season. These poor kids, they're out there playing their hearts out, and it seemed to me like they were just more playing for the fun of it. They didn't really seem like they cared about winning a championship, and that's what it's all about.
Usually kids do.
Yeah, and youth soccer is more about making memories than winning championships anyway. But when my son came back over from the handshake run after they got eliminated, he was pretty much in tears. Like, buddy, it's okay. You lost. No big deal.
Give us a tap there, Chad. There you go.
Okay. So anyway, he was like basically in tears and like, it's okay. You lost. It's no big deal. We all love you. You guys played. And he's like, no, we're going through the handshake, and this kid was going through telling us all we suck. Like, excuse me? Like, instead of saying good game, he was saying you suck, you suck, you suck. And the coach caught wind of this, and she's like, no. So she went up and told the officials what happened, and that kid got suspended for at least the first half of the next game, and his team ended up getting eliminated.
Good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Karma at its finest.
That is
good
sportsmanship. So
that is instantaneous karma, dude. That's awesome.
And so he wants to play spring soccer next year, which is fine. It's going to be hard to rearrange it around bowling, but we'll get it figured out. And the coach apparently said that she will only come back and coach under one condition, and that's if my wife will be her assistant coach. So my wife said yes, so now she's going to be a soccer coach.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude. Do you have the minivan already?
No.
Well, that
But the coach does.
Next step. The next step is full minivan, bro.
And the coach, she was my son's assistant coach for his team last year, so he already knows her from this year and last year, and he'll be playing with some of the same kids because her kids play soccer. Her oldest son, I think, is moving up to the next age group, so he won't be there. But her younger son and her twin daughters, I think, will be on the team too.
Nice, dude.
And those 4 all played together already, so it'll be cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
And so Friday I was going on looking for digital movies that are on sale, and FanFlix has a sale going on. They have multiple sales for horror movies, and one is you get 3 movies for $5. And granted, they're not the greatest movies, but I got Pumpkinhead 2.
Awesome.
Bud the Chud.
Yeah.
And the first Leprechaun, all 3 for $5.
Nice.
They have all the Leprechaun movies on this sale. and a bunch of other good ones. And they
How have we not done any of the Leprechaun series?
I don't know. I was thinking of that today. But the funny thing is, like, they have Return of the Living Dead Part 3 that I didn't order because it's the R-rated cut.
Oh,
I don't want that. So after that, I'm like, I got the second Pumpkinhead digital. I want the first one. And nobody had it for a reasonable price. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just see what it's like on Amazon. On Amazon, it was on sale for $11.99.
Oh, no shit.
I'm like, hell yeah. And then I just used my rewards points for the Amazon credit card. I got it for free. And it
Nice.
got here today.
Hell yeah.
Nice, dude.
I don't need the 4K. From what I was reading, the 4K upgrade isn't really worth it.
It's not full 4K.
Yeah, it's not full 4K. It's not really worth the upgrade.
Bro, I gotta start doing that now that I actually got a full 4K player.
Mhm.
I haven't even thought about that. My TV's still not that good though, so.
Neither's mine, but I don't care. Then yesterday I watched this movie that we're about to talk about.
Woo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
Scuba Steve, how about you, buddy?
Well, let's see. What did I do this weekend? Friday, I worked at the bar. Saturday, I had my wrestling event. For those of you that don't know, I'm an amateur wrestler, and we had our aptly named PLE. We call them premium live events instead of pay-per-views. Called Fatality, which was very
Yeah.
fitting. My character, I wear a skull mask. Very, very dark character that I portray. And every match had a stipulation match. Mel also wrestled. She's the women's champion. She wrestled also, so she kicked some ass.
Ben, I hope you're not lying on that, bro.
I don't think he is.
I wish he had that sign, but he was booing me from the side of the ring. Like
Ah!
a dick. So
I would
he
expect
showed up.
this.
The Ghost
Right.
Vatos showed up also, and I'm like, yeah, my boys are here. I fucking walk out and they immediately start booing me, and I'm like, fuck y'all, you fucking
Damn.
dicks.
That's your buddies for
Which
you. I
is
love it.
fine.
That's
Which
real.
is
That's
fine.
brotherly love right there.
I'm a heel. I'm a heel in this character, so it's whatever.
Now, for
But
the people that don't know, a heel is the bad guy.
yes, I am a bad guy when I put that mask on.
Unless you're a healer. Like Bluey.
Yee. I like Bluey. Yeah. Charlie doesn't watch Bluey yet, so we're not
Bluey's
there.
aunt, though, that's a whole other question.
I showed my wife that picture and she didn't notice it at first.
That was the first fucking thing that popped out to me. I was like, that can't be real. I'm like, that's got to be photoshopped.
Sexy Trixie.
Anyways, sorry, excuse.
You're good. And so my match is going great. It's kind of slow. We started off kind of slow, and we're just gonna work into because the theme for my match was a casket match. So the object of the match was to beat the shit out of your opponent and then throw them into the casket.
Hell yeah.
Well, I took the stunner wrong, which those of you that don't know what a stunner is, it's the move that Stone Cold used to do in the WWE.
And a kick to the gullet and then a wrap around to the
yes,
head, right?
and then
All
drop
right.
down. Well, my opponent didn't release my head in time. So when he landed, he brought me all the way down with him, and my rib hit his shoulder and immediately broke. So I fall over, and I sold the fuck out of the stunner, though. Like, I wish I had the video to show you guys, because I sold the fuck out of that stunner.
Did you sell it as good as Vince McMahon sells it?
I didn't oversell it. I just sold it really well.
Oh, you don't want to do the full springboard?
I didn't do the whole fucking springboard and flip over and, die 17 times before I land. But I hit his shoulder. I felt it. I felt my rib just fucking... I've broken a rib before. And
Right.
so I immediately knew that fucking pain, and it hit, and I was like, fuck. So he comes over and I'm like, you broke my rib. And he's like, what? I'm like, you broke my fucking rib. Just keep going. So he rolls me out of the ring. And as soon as he rolls me out and my feet hit the ground, I like whimpered this loud whimper. But that was not me acting. That was me seriously in pain. Like, it was bad. So I told him, I was like, we're just going to have to fucking end it. I didn't even get to do my finisher on him. I just kind of kicked his head into the concrete a couple times and fucking threw him in the casket and rushed to the back because I could not, I couldn't breathe, but I stayed in character. Something occurred. So I just kind of went off of that. in the match so that I could rush to the back and go look for this person that I was looking for. And it was just, it sucked ass. And then instead of going to the hospital, because if you go to the hospital with a broken rib, all they tell you is there's nothing we can do about it. Ice it, take Tylenol. That's
Correct.
it. They don't even tell you to wrap it anymore. They don't want you to wrap it. So I was like, you know what?
You gotta be able to like heal it.
Yeah.
Like without. Yeah.
So I get home, I shower, and I head straight for work, and I medicate with my delicious Jaeger, and I was pain-free. I was pain-free until I woke up the next morning and realized that, yeah, it's a good break. It's a good break. It's not as painful as it was the day that it broke. It's a little bit better, but it fucking sucked ass. And then the next Sunday, I had to get up and return the casket an hour and a half away to my buddies that I borrowed it from. Shout out to Sixth Realm House for letting me borrow your casket.
Nice.
So we spent most of the day in Victoria, came home, threw this movie on, and just relaxed with Charlie. And let me tell you, having a broken rib and a child that likes to kick her feet.
Ooh,
not a good combination.
I didn't even think about that.
Not a good combination. Yeah, and like Ben said, it was such a good match too. It sucks that it ended so shortly, and but I did what I could, and I tried to just keep going with it for as long as I could. But like, I literally could not fucking breathe. I thought I had punctured my lung at first, but then once I sat down and I was able to just kind of catch my breath and realize, okay, I'm good. But yeah, it was fun. It was fucking fun. And then I had this whole other thing that I was supposed to come out and do. And, after the main event, because I was the co-main event, I didn't even get to come out and do my little spiel that I was going to do. Because I had to leave. I couldn't stick around. I could barely talk, and it fucking sucked. But came home, like I said, got ready for work, and just went to work and softly talking to the microphone all night long, but consumed mass amounts of Jaeger. And now I am here ready to talk about this movie. John, what about you?
Awesome. Oh, let's see. What did I do this weekend? I was a busy fucking boy this weekend. Friday. God, what the fuck did we do? Oh, yeah. So Friday we went to this place called The Wild, which is a zoo up north from where I'm at. And it's not government owned. It's public. It's privately owned. And it's probably the nicest zoo we have in the area, dude. The animals actually seem to like it for the most part. And they're well taken care of, and it's just super clean and everything. But they had a nice Halloween event where it was flashlight safari. So you go at nighttime and you go animal spotting in the cages, which obviously at night, these animals are way more fucking active, which is a lot cooler for the kids. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they had this whole thing decked out Halloween. So every like couple animal sections, they would have some like big 12-foot prop from Home Depot that they bought all set up and like decored around with it. And it was awesome, man. And like they had all these like nice like mood lighting, so everything was just purple and orange throughout it. And I went last year, and just from last year to this year, they've already had upgrades and shit. So there was this whole like Aztec area, dude, that I felt like I was in Legends of the Hidden Temple, dude. It was awesome. And I was just like, this is cool, man. There's just a bunch of monkeys fucking flying everywhere and shit. And so, yeah, that was a solid time. And it was pouring rain the whole way there. We're like, fuck, this might not even work, We were supposed to go last weekend. Kiddo was sick. You guys know how that shit goes. So obviously I had to cancel. And so we're trying to make up for it. And we get out there and the rain just stopped, dude. We made almost the complete loop of the zoo and got on the last like straight path to where you're leaving, and then it started downpouring again. I'm like, fuck it, dude, we're already dead. We're already done. Like, perfect.
Nice timing.
Yeah, it was great. It's cool because like it starts off with just like the normal generic petting zoo where they got like all the goats and shit that you can actually feed, and then it goes all into the more exotic animals and shit.
Exotic petting zoo.
Yeah. I mean, dude, watching these big cats do their thing, man, like I said, these motherfuckers like will just look at these kids like, yo, come on, throw me one. Just like, there's enough to spare. You got plenty of them out there. Just give me one. Like, that was last year, dude, with the, what was it? That was the mountain lion, dude. That fucker was pacing right next to all the kids. It's a lot closer. But no, man, the lions were doing their thing. The lionesses were definitely like running the fuck around, and then the main dude was just, being a bum, chilling and doing his king thing. And and then, dude, the Panther exhibit's fucking cool, man. They got it to where like he could actually walk outside of his enclosure in this whole like other like in like just enclosed bridge area and shit, but he can like walk over you and stuff. So that was fun time. And Saturday was a busy day. We hit a trunk or treat food truck rodeo. Which it was cool. We there's this food truck rodeo that's been going on for the last couple of months. They did all throughout summer, and then they were like, yo, we're doing a trunk or treat and we're coming to the mall, blah blah. It was like 20 trucks. I don't know about you guys, but like for me, when I have that many decisions, I can't make a decision. So I don't go with big meals at any of those trucks. I go with all side dishes.
Yes.
I want to play at each one. You know what I mean? I want to try it out, see what they got. So I stopped at the fucking gyro stand, got some falafel, dude, and then went from there and got some fucking right. Well, I was gonna get a whole thing, but I was like, I don't want to spend like $14 on a whole fucking wrap. I just want the falafel, dude. So I just got a little side of like $3. And I went and got some fresh cut fucking chili cheese fries, and then grabbed some fried Oreos, and then what the hell else? And then I ended off with some chicken and fucking waffles, dude.
Nice.
And yeah.
I've still never tried chicken and waffles.
It's
Was it
such
more
a great
sweet?
combination.
It shouldn't even be that
It
good.
should not. It should not. I had chicken and waffles when I went to Memphis for the first time ever. It was hands down probably. It's such a weird combination, and it shouldn't work.
If you don't like sweet, like if you're not a maple syrup guy, then it's not going to do it.
Yeah, I love
for you.
real maple syrup.
Okay, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I love it.
for some reason, you throw that maple syrup all over that chicken and then on top of the waffle, dude, and then that together, it's just fucking like, mwah.
Well, it's
Man.
like, I know you guys don't have Whataburger in your area, but
No.
they have what's called a honey butter chicken biscuit. And it's
Okay.
just a little fried fillet of, dill chicken tender with honey butter on one of their biscuits. That shit should not be as good as it is.
I'm not a fan of
It's
biscuits,
fucking
though.
amazing.
The biscuits-
I love biscuits, bro, man. That's my go-to. I don't like, I'd rather have that than like English muffin myself.
I love English muffins.
But no, so did the food truck rodeo, and then I dropped my family off and I skedaddled it over to Syracuse to visit my buddy who hopped in the chat here, Mr. Eric Matthew, to I got to be part of his little surprise birthday party his wife threw him, so he got to have a surprise 40th.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool.
Happy belated birthday.
His birthday's
happy
actually
birthday.
not yet. He's got a Halloween birthday. It's yeah.
Oh, happy
Happy early birthday.
Eric Matthew.
Mr. Matthew, happy birthday.
Yeah, I've been, dude, randomly enough, Eric's one of my Ghostbuster buddies, and that's how him and I actually met. He was the first one that got me into it, and fucking A, bro.
So, I hate to cut you off, but I completely forgot. But now that you mentioned Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
let me show you
What'd you get?
the new flannel that I got.
Oh, did you get the Dixon Vankman? Fuck you. I wanted that, you asshole. Oh, I'm so jealous.
The color scheme is
How much was
fucking
that,
amazing.
bro? I wanted it. How much? Tell me after the show, or tell me in the side chat. That's fine. I'm interested in.
Yeah,
know
you just
price.
mentioned Venkman, by the way, and I'm so pissed that I didn't think of this, but so I'm finally like officially, an employee where I work. The probation period is over. So after the probationary period, hey Emily,
What's up, Emily?
after the probationary period, you get uniforms and you can have your name on it. And so they asked me, what name I want on. Did you want chat? I'm like, yeah, sure. Then I'm walking by, I'm like, why didn't I get it to say Venkman?
Should have went Tully.
Like, man, why didn't I get that?
more. Even
But
more.
probably most people wouldn't get, but they see Venkman and are like, yeah, Ghostbusters.
Right.
Like, damn it,
So
I should have done that.
I saw it because Dixon usually comes out with great flannels around,
Yeah, they do.
Time of the
they
year.
have amazing.
and they've
flavors,
been
dude.
slacking. They've been slacking. Like I was super.
I've liked
bummed.
all of their stuff, but it hasn't been
Well, no,
what
but-
I've wanted.
But the
It's
horror
really cool,
themed
but I just
stuff,
don't do flannel.
the horror themed stuff this year is just kind of like eh. So
That's
they
fair.
came out. They came out with the Gill, which was the creature.
that
from
was
the
kind of
Black
cool. I
Lagoon.
like that one.
I got
Yeah.
that one also.
Nice.
But usually they've had the Voorhees, they had the Myers. There's all these different ones that came out that were fucking awesome. And I feel like this year they just kind of were like, eh.
Bro,
But the Venkman, when I saw the Venkman, I was like, oh, shit.
The 84 pattern right out of the movie. I was like, fuck, bro, I need that.
I don't know if they still have them in stock. I don't know if they still have them because Dixon's, if you don't jump on them right away, especially with like the Halloween drops, they sell really fast.
The problem is, dude, everybody's been dropping awesome shit, and I just bought them fucking gutter garb hoodies, man.
Yeah. So the shirt's $60, but
shit, that's more than the hoodie I just bought. Fuck.
Yeah. It'll be the most comfortable flannel you ever own. If you don't own a Dixon, I highly suggest buy at least one. Buy one. Right. Buy one that's on sale because usually they have them for like $40.
I'll ask the wifey.
The Gilman is like $40.
I'll ask the wifey to throw that on the Christmas list. I'm like, well, give me whatever one you think would look good because I like them all.
Yeah,
but
and
the Venkman one would be choice.
Awesome.
What's up, Bobby? Bobby joined us in the chat. And to everybody in the chat, by the way, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, everybody. Sorry, we're just kind of a little busy here.
Oh, yeah. So what do we do? Oh, so Eric's birthday party. That was a good time. I was still super full from the food truck rodeo, but it was a catered dinner, so I was like, I can't not eat the delicious food. So I ate a plate, and Johnny was tired. But then I had to fucking head it home, get with the family, and we went the complete opposite direction, dude. About an hour the opposite way, which where I was an hour from my house. And then we went out to this place that was supposed to be a family-friendly Halloween event kind of thing, whatever. I don't know. It was at a farms, so at least we thought it was a pumpkin patch farms. Bro, boy, were we duped. This shit was a whole brewery, and they just disguised this event as like a family-friendly thing. So like we get there, it's not a complaint, by the way, but we get there and they had awesome props. They got these cool fucking like 12-foot skeletons that are not Home Depot skeletons, but they're actually like moving around and like fucking like talking and shit. And I'm like, what? Like, sweet. So we get in there. They got this 7-piece fucking band that was way better than they ever even should have been. Some fucking local band. I was like, it was millennial night, bro. Everything from like 2008 to 2010 was sung. And then they throw in, dude, their encore was fucking Enter Sandman. So I was like, all right, I'll give you credit for that. The 2 lead singers. One was this chick, dude, and she had some wicked pipes on her. And the other guy was just dude after my own heart because he looked like this 350-pound Samoan dude, which I was like, fuck yeah, bro. Just rocking the big boy. Big old beard, long fucking flowing black hair, just all flanneled up. And fucking, I was just like, yep, that's my bro. I like him. And no, man, that was cool. So what they did is they have a walkthrough. And I was thinking like for some reason it was part of the hayride. Like I misread it. And their walkthrough is just displays. So it's like you could go through and like take pictures with it and shit like that, right? But they were fucking dope ass displays, man. They had, and I think I might have showed you homies, and if I didn't, I'll show you after the show. But they had all these displays made out of pumpkins. And it's like the plastic pumpkins. They cut them in half and they glue them all to plywood. And then they etch an entire image over the whole pumpkin. So one section was Ghostbusters, dude. So it had the 3 main GBs. There was no Winston love, to which I fucking kind of bitched at. I was like, why the hell shit on Winston? And then they had Stay Puft there. But they were cool, man. They were like full 6-foot fucking like displays that were lit up, dude, etched out of pumpkins. Just dope as hell. Sweet. And then like you get to the end and then there's like a row of like these like 15-foot giant monsters. They must have just made themselves, but they were fucking awesome, dude. Like one was this weird like pumpkin head looking motherfucker. And, no scares or anything. And we didn't do it, but it was a zombie hunt. You could pay $25 extra, and that's the hayride where you can go out with Orbeez and shoot a bunch of people dressed as zombies.
Fuck yeah.
Which I was like, that sounds fun, but I'm not about to drop 75 bones for the family just to fucking shoot some motherfuckers.
I mean, like, you guys stay here. I'll be right back.
Trust me. Me and my brother-in-law were there, and if it was just him and I would have definitely thought about it. But no, we went back, and we jammed out to the band, got some food, got some beer, and I was sitting there for a moment, and I looked at my wife, and I'm like, did we just bring our child to a bar? And she's like, yeah, pretty much. And I was like, why is it if you make a bar an exterior thing, it's now okay. What is it with the like? It just took me down this weird rabbit hole. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this right now. Am I a good parent? Did I try to be like? What the
You're
fuck?
fine. You're fine. Sam was raised in a bar, man. Like when Sam was
So was I though.
When Sam was born, like we had her in the office while her mom and I were both working at the bar, and had the waitresses on rotation going and sitting with Sam. Yeah,
it happens. But no, so that was super fun. And then Sunday, I was exhausted, dude. So I literally fucking slept half a fucking day. Just did one of those things, and then woke up and played Metroid Prime for most of the rest of the day, and then watched this fucking movie, to which I am ready to talk about right now. And of course, I did play Ghostbusters a shit ton over the weekend too.
I did download it. I haven't played it yet, but I did download the.
Fuck yeah, bro! It's a good time, man, for sure. I could go way too long about it, but we're gonna talk about what we're here to talk about, and that is House. Whose pick is this?
Scoobs.
This was my pick.
You take it, bro.
Oh.
Scoops didn't even remember. He's like,
I don't even remember. I was thinking, I was like, damn, was this my pick?
Well, dude, you probably picked it about this time last year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So.
Probably.
All right, released February 28th, 1986. Horror novelist Roger Cobb is a man on the edge, reeling from his recent divorce, haunted by the mysterious disappearance of his young son, and struggling with his new book about his traumatic experiences in Vietnam. But when he moves into the strange house left to him by his late aunt, Roger's precarious sanity becomes under siege by nightmares of his dead war buddy, visits from a nosy neighbor, and an onslaught of hideous creatures from another dimension. Horror has found a new home, and it's fully furnished with murder, monsters, and madness. Directed by Steve Miner, Friday the 13th, Part 2 and 3, Warlock.
Yeah.
Written by Fred Decker, Godzilla 1985, The Monster Squad, Kick 'em in the Nuts.
Nice.
Ethan Wiley, Children of the Corn, 5, Fields of Terror, Terror and Brutal.
Deep down
Produced
the list.
by Sean Cunningham, My Boyfriend's Back, Terminal Invasion.
All
John,
right.
you're taking Bobby's part.
All right, I'll take Bobby's. All right. We got William Catt from Carrie and the Greatest American Hero as Roger Corn on the Cob.
Hey, wait,
George,
can I stop you right there?
Boom. Go ahead.
Greatest American Hero. Does the theme? Have you seen the show?
I know the show, but I never watched
The
it.
theme song was George's.
Was it the Believe It or Not?
Can it be?
You remember, the best Costanzaism is, if you believe a lie enough, it's not a lie. All right. George went from Cheers and Fletch as Harold Gorton, or the annoying fucking neighbor.
I loved him. He wasn't.
He
annoying.
was, but at the same time, he was a little bit like, bro, you're invading my space.
He was a bit intrusive.
All his neighbors were. So was the other chick. Just using his fucking pool. Hey, let me just drop my kid off. Don't mind me. What the fuck? We'll get on that. Richard Mole from Night Court and Batman the Animated Series as Big Bat. Ooh, who was he in Batman?
Two-Face.
Yeah, Two-Face.
Oh, was he?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I can hear it now. Kay Lens from Strip to Kill and The Tick as Sandy Sinclair. Mary Stavin. Is that the old animated The Tick, or is that one of the new? Okay, sweet.
Yeah, she was American Made.
Oh, nice. Mary Stavin, A View to Kill. Howling 5, The Rebirth as Tanya. Michael Ensign. I always forget fuck his name. Ghostbusters and Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest as Chet Parker. Susan French from Jaws 2 and Flatliners as Aunt Elizabeth Hooper. Alan Antry, Brewster's Millions, In the Heat of the Night as Police Officer. No name. Police Officer No Name. And Stephen Williams, 21 Jump Street and Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday as Super Young Police Officer.
He was. He's played a cop in so many things too.
Fucking A, man. We have
Brody Kane.
Hey, what's up, Brody? We have a body count total of 10. So, Chad Daddy, what do we got?
Music by Harry Manfredini. I think we've talked about him once or twice so far.
Who's that? Never heard
of that guy. Never heard of him.
Newbie. He's a noob. Cinematography by Mac Alberg. Hell Knight. Ghoulies.
Ooh.
Edited by Michael N. Canoe. Or I don't know if the K's silent, so we'll just say it's Canoe. The Ring 2. and Silence. Effects and makeup by Jim Cummins, Backwoods Films. The Enemy Mine.
That was a good movie, dude. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Which one's that?
That was the one where the dude was on the planet and like it was just him and the alien. And
Yes. Okay.
and then like he was like he's like Piccolo, and then like he had a little Piccolo.
was like Piccolo.
Yeah.
He was Piccolo, bro.
Wasn't he brown? He brown,
Yeah, he was
right?
brown.
He
was
looked like
Piccolo.
voodoo. Yeah.
He's the black man.
Distributed by New World Pictures. Runtime in 93 minutes. Rated R. Budget $3 million, and it made $22.1 million. So,
Hey, not too bad.
In
Not too bad.
1986 money, damn.
Right. All right, boys. Well, let's discuss this. I'm gonna assume this is not our first watch.
Mm-mm.
All right.
it's
I
been
will-
it's the first time I've seen it in quite a few years.
Now I will say this has been my first watch in full entirety.
Ah.
I have seen this movie multiple times from different sections along seeing it. Oh my god, it's the children's.
I got the
Widows.
big child watching the little child.
Hell yeah, that's the best way. But no, like I said, like this was the first time I actually got to watch it from start to finish and enjoy it as a whole. Like I said, usually it's always was like on USA or TNT, so I'd always catch it from here to there. I always remembered vividly like the first time he was setting up his camera display and shit like that. Like that one always stuck out. But there's a few scenes that I was like, oh, you know, I never saw that. So, but okay, so having watched this multiple times, how do we all feel about this right off the bat?
I
enjoy
fucking
it.
love this movie.
Yeah.
It's one of the first horror movies that I can remember watching. It's like right there, like in my first memories. And it, at the time as a child, scared the living piss out of me. For some reason, the hand always fucking freaked me out. I always thought that the
On
hand
the poster?
No. Well, the hand on the little boy was the same
Oh,
hand. That's not the poster.
yeah.
But for some reason, her just fat and bloated hand just always fucking scared. It scared me
her-
more than
she
her
creeped-
look.
She
She
creeps
was-
me out.
Yeah, she's creepy. She's
She's
creepy,
gross.
and that's
When I thought as a kid, that's creeping the fuck out.
when I think of this movie. Her and then the two little gross Cabbage Patch looking or Garbage Pail looking kids are the
See-
first things that pop in my head.
Those dudes just look like the guy from Mad Magazine to me.
Okay, I wanted to comment on that because I loved how all the monsters had like this cartoony look to them, like they weren't too
Yeah.
scary.
Very cartoony.
It's like they were. I think they were kind of trying to, be a little inspired by the old EC comics because, like
Okay,
when
I can see
his
that.
buddy, his zombie buddy came back, like that's a lot like how they drew zombies in those comics back in the 50s.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like I feel like he looked awesome. You know what I mean? Like he
Military
looked cool as
Jason.
shit. I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised I haven't seen a lot of cosplay of that. I feel like it would be a cool cosplay to do. And it'd be really easy. You just go literally get two different spirits costumes and combine it. Soldier, zombie. Woo!
I think
Look at that,
Bobby
I'm Big
could
Ben.
pull it off pretty well.
he
Dude,
always
he could be a huge Big Ben. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
he resembles Part 7 Jason a lot.
A lot.
I think
That's fair.
the color scheme's different. Color scheme's different, of course.
But this is
but-
pre.
and this is
Part
way
7.
this is way before. But I always called him Military Jason when I was little because that's what he fucking looked like Jason to me.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. No, this movie, it is. The characters, the creatures, if they were designed completely different. Now, the closet monster is pretty creepy. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say he's not. Like, he looks cool.
I liked it, and I thought that it definitely had to have at least somewhat influenced the look of the monster and Leviathan because they were very similar.
I could see that. Where I could also see, like, that could have been easily could have been a unused ghost from Ghostbusters, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you just made that a little bit more translucent, just the way that kind of acted and shit, I was like, fuck yeah, bro, I can get into that. Which then, like, this whole scene this was a sidebar in my own brain, but I was just like, see, they need to do Boogeyman. If they do Boogeyman, that would be fucking awesome, dude.
In the game, you mean, or in the?
No,
In the
I
movie.
want a real movie.
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, I
mean,
would love to see
game-
Boogeyman.
Game 2, not going to disagree there either. Give me all of it, but no. I just think if that was the new baddie in Firehouse or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
because
gonna
how
go.
do you beat the Boogeyman? I think that would be such.
Well,
a
I just think it would be
fucking
cool
concept.
too, man. Because like if we wanted to stick with the Spengler story, and if they consider RGB canon, Spengler's the one that had the issue with the Boogeyman. So you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
was like, I easily play that angle. But fucking A, dude. So this movie, I mean, it's already labeled as a horror comedy going into it. So I feel like it sets it up, and that's why the creatures being the way they are work for me. Yeah. I could see where maybe it might be a little like it might throw somebody off if they're expecting a full-on horror. But the way these characters act, it's not as intense as a full-on horror. You know what I mean?
No.
There's definitely moments, but so what do we like? What would be your? I mean, I don't want to get into our questions, but like, what do you boys want to discuss about this? What's things that you want to bring up about this movie?
Well, heck, I wrote down a couple things. Like I said they were the monster designs was very much influenced by.
It's a ghost. Ah!
No, that's when I keep the scores in. There was design like it looked like EC Comics, and I mentioned the monster. And so the one thing that I thought was hilarious was when it showed him at home at the beginning, before he even gets to the house, when he's in his apartment, and it shows him making a TV dinner in the microwave, and he just throws
the
bro, he throws the whole box in.
And did you see what he set the timer for?
Like 4 minutes.
30. He said
30?
Oh, it was 30?
Oh, bro, he's burning the fuck out of that thing.
Dude, didn't TV dinners back then, weren't they still wrapped in foil?
So I'm trying to remember, because that moment definitely, like, the wife and I were like, that's can't be right. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like I remember there was a time in the 80s where there were certain meals where you would keep it right in the cardboard box to heat it. I could be completely wrong and misremembering things.
There was certain things that you could throw in there, because I know there was like a little burger that we would get that you just threw the box in.
You threw the whole box in and you just cook it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, now 30 minutes would be if you put it in the oven for sure.
I'm pretty sure the timer said 3000.
Jesus Christ. Dude's trying to burn down his apartment.
So Gene says, I love how this movie is serious and then disbelieve and then comedy. And it's true, you know, it starts off and you're like, what the fuck, you know, and then it just slowly especially when you think he's just going crazy, and then it just starts turning into this completely different film than what it started off to be. And it's a film that keeps you guessing per se. It doesn't just, it's not just one thing the entire way, because you have no idea what the fuck's going on at first. Is he going crazy, or is the house really fucking with him?
Right?
Because it really started off really fucking dark with the grocery delivery boy walking into the house and seeing the old woman that hung herself. You know, that right there, that's a horror mainstay. And
you know what? Even that scene alone, dude, that was just a great little intro scene, dude, because we get the full pan around the house just to see how big this fucking thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you got him going into it, and then you're panning along with him just to feel the, like, just, dude, like, they don't even go in half of this house for the whole movie. And it still feels like massive.
Oh, yeah, we've only seen a few. One thing that drove me crazy just watching this, and this is probably just the dad in me, I was always like, why are there always so many fucking lights on?
Why are the lights on?
I said the same thing. I'm like, bro, why are you going to sleep with half your lights on? Like,
right?
Fuck, man.
Because it keeps the ghosts away.
Fucking puss.
And sleep is his old little kid's bed too. That was
awesome.
So the one scene that gets to me still watching this is when those, like I said, the two little garbage pail looking motherfuckers take the little boy. There's this traumatic fucking event that just happened to this kid. They're trying to, take him up the chimney, and the kid's just kind of like, wee. And then the next scene, they're just playing in the bathtub. Like, just happy time in the bathtub. And like,
well, the little kid probably thought to the little kid, it's probably just a game. It was just fun anyway.
Right, he just thought it was other kids or some bullshit like that.
But yeah, that was so freaking weird that she just shows up and just drops the kid off on him.
Yeah, without even knowing him. That's like the 80s for you.
So without yes, but like now me saying like I've never watched this full out, like fully completed. I was kind of wondering. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, maybe they're not even real, dude. Like maybe they're part of the house, like kind of screwing with them or something, like keeping them in there. But no, they are. Like, it's just that chick was for the streets, bro.
She was for the streets.
Like, first of all, do you see her son's haircut? come on, man. Why are you doing that to your
He
son?
had,
bro?
hey, no, his hair, not gonna lie. I looked at his hair and I was like, that's a pretty sweet fucking haircut.
No, man. It would have been like the back was a good mullet, but the bangs were all like that. Like,
If you want to hate on someone for his haircut, hate on the director because that's his son.
well, then I
Steve
will.
Miner's son.
Steve Miner, what are you doing to your son's fuck? That looked like a half a bowl cut. You know what I mean? Like they got
half bowl, half mullet.
They got the small bowl, like so. That's why he's got the dumb bangs. Like Jesus Christ.
Oh fuck!
He has, you know what his haircut is? It's
He's
Courtney
pancakes,
Cox,
bro.
It's Courtney Cox in Scream 3.
Oh my God, yes.
The bad bangs.
He's got her. But I was just thinking, like, this is also the same haircut as Pancake Kid from fucking.
Dude, no joke. I don't know why, but that part of Cabin Fever has been going through my head just the last few days. I'll just be walking along.
It's the only part in Cabin Fever that honestly sticks in my head.
I'll just be walking along, and all of a sudden, pancakes. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Slow-mo ninjas.
I don't know why. It just pops into my head randomly. And it's just been for like the past week.
Fuck today, dude. But no, going back to this movie, like Gene was saying and Steve, this movie just, it keeps you guessing, dude. And specifically when you think he shoots his wife. I never really fully saw that scene sussed out. So that was cool. And I like how they play it because then you even see it from the neighbor's perspective, but you never see the wife. You only see him looking down with the shotgun, which made you. So now you have like, you're like, wait, so did that actually happen? It did not happen, obviously. Spoilers.
Yeah,
but.
so that was a hell of a thing because you spend the whole rest of the movie thinking he legit killed his
Fucking
wife.
hey,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Because
and
like
then-
they're creeping around that door that he put her in. So you're like, bro, is the body actually there? Is she not? Is she gonna be like a zombie now? What's going on, dude? Like,
And then
See,
she,
and
spoiler alert, she shows up at the end alive and well.
But I feel like if they wanted to make it darker, they should have, you know what I mean? It should have been legit.
actually
like
her.
The house made him hallucinate that she was this creature and he fucking killed her and chopped
I
her
thought
up and
that's
put her
what-
in the backyard.
I thought that's what literally happened. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Okay,
like,
so if this was a
fuck.
Tales from the Crypt episode, that's exactly how that would have went down.
Yeah, definitely. But Mel watched this with me. Like she had never seen it, of course. This is another one that she had never seen. And you know, she's watching the hand scene and she's like loving it. She's like, and everything because she loves Evil Dead so much, she attributes anything to Evil. She's like, Evil Dead. Look. It's like,
I
Evil
mean,
Dead.
when you're looking at the fucking or the swordfish on the wall doing its thing, that's kind of Evil Dead-ish,
Yeah.
like cabin
but-
going little ham.
But that was before Evil Dead 2, so...
Yeah, but didn't the deer still move around in the first one? No, it was only the second one.
The first one was played as straight up horror. There was
Horror,
no
yeah.
comedy in the first one.
Oh, well, damn, I gave her the wrong information.
I guess it would be though. Yeah, you're right.
Evil Dead 2 didn't come out until 87.
Oh, I thought that was 86. Was it 87?
I think 87. I was pretty sure it was 87.
I was wrong on this. I thought this was 85, but this was 86. So
Dude, you're not wrong. Everything I looked up also said 85, and then I pulled up the Wikipedia and it said February of 86. So, all right, it's an 86 movie then.
I don't trust my.
Evil Dead 2 was
knowledge
87. Yeah.
87. Okay, but in the mannerisms of Evil Dead, I got that same like that. It made me think of it for sure. I'm not going to disagree with that.
I mean, and it could fit into that universe,
The
kind
wonkiness of it.
the wonkiness
sure.
of it, you know, with the creatures and the psychological play and weird shit happening, and then there being demon. Because if you didn't see the fucking monster that came out of the closet, and let's just say you
and like
saw,
scratched them there. Yeah.
yeah, and you just saw the fucking like from that point of view, it could easily be a fucking Deadite.
Fucking A, bro. Yo, I could totally see that. Because honestly, the way that looks, it does kind of look like the big head that comes in the forest at the end of Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned that too, because when he was going down, once he climbed into the mirror and he was going down and the winged little gargoyle stole
Dude,
shotgun,
that was exactly...
that's fucking Army of Darkness, bro.
Yes.
And I was like,
Yes, that
"What?"
exact thing looked exactly like that. I thought the
And then
same
that motherfucker did the actual like fucking gun flip and shot it. I was like, whoa, didn't expect that one.
I caught that too. I thought the same thing.
You almost wonder, you're like, Sam Raimi, did you watch
Sam
House?
Raimi,
He
did
might
you
have.
love House?
He might have.
It's very possible. I'm gonna go with yes.
But it's such a good movie, and there's a lot of films from the 80s that just really don't hold up, and I feel like this is one that does. Like it especially with the whole, Vietnam thing, and
I'd almost say though this doesn't even have to be rated R anymore.
no,
This does not feel like an R to me. This feels like a PG-13 easily.
I think there's more than one F-bomb, so that's why it wouldn't be PG.
Was there?
You're allowed one F-bomb and that's it.
Was there more? God, I don't even remember where they were dropped.
I just remember hearing it at least once.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, the way, like, we didn't get any over-the-top killings or anything like that. Nothing
it wasn't like super
scary.
bloody or nothing.
Yeah.
And I love George Wentz's character in this, especially from the point where he's like, come check this out. I'm going to open it at midnight and you're going to see, and because this whole time he thinks that he's crazy as fuck. He's been to Vietnam and this dude is just fucking out of his rocker. And as soon as that fucking closet opens and he sees this fucking monster just fucking bolt out, and right there is where he's like, okay, he's not fucking crazy.
Hell no, dude. He drinks fucking 2/3 of a bottle of Jack, bro.
Jack?
I
Ow,
just love the fact that he shows up right before midnight with Chinese food.
At beer.
I mean, the dude seemed like a lonely guy.
Yeah.
So he seemed like he needed some friendship, and I'm not going to dismiss him on that. And yeah, honestly, he is a good guy because he was looking out for him. He stole the address book, but he did it for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
Of like trying to get his friend help.
I love when he was bad mouthing the guy's aunt, saying what a bitch he was.
That was the
That's
best.
my aunt.
Dude.
Heart of gold, though.
Yeah, heart of gold.
Wonderful. Heart of gold.
You were waiting for that. See, always that kind of little banter is always the best, dude. Because you're just like, huh? Hold on, backtrack. But no, this to me feels like a beginner's horror movie.
Yeah.
And that's why I say it doesn't feel like an R. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, this is one that you could show.
This
I
is
don't
less
know.
scary than Poltergeist.
I would
in
say
my
like
opinion.
10, maybe 10,
this
11, 12.
is good entry level horror. This is pretty. I would even say this is family friendly. I mean, I don't know if
I
Harper
think
would watch that. I think Cameron would watch it. I know Chloe would.
And some people might argue like, yeah, you see people getting gunned down in the Vietnam scenes, but man, my kids have watched so many fucking Marvel movies and shit where they're getting people getting shot the fuck up. So that's not even a thing, really. You know what I mean? So like, there's nobody really getting like dismembered.
But I mean, they're going
like,
to learn about that in school eventually anyways.
They already do, man. Most of our kids have fucking gun safety fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, I mean about Vietnam and stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that too. I mean, well, Veterans Day is coming up, dude. So they've already been asking everything. Anyway, so I've already had discussions on the Korean War and shit for sure. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we want to discuss, or we want to bring in Mr. Brody Kane, see what he has
I want to hear
say?
what Brody has to say because he said he fucked up his review. He thought Cunningham directed it.
Right? He might have a completely different take. With that being heard.
I think this is going to be very interesting.
All right, so let's see what the Saucy Aussie has to say.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's your DKB here, back for another episode of Gore N More. And this week I'm here to talk to you about a film directed by a goddamn son of a bitch. Yeah, that's right, House. Now, despite the director of this film being a fucking wanker, I still appreciate this film for what it is. I think it's very, at times, a little bit convoluted in its own story with these different subplots, and then you try and introduce new elements to this house of, I guess you could say parallel universes or just time zone skips, whatever the fuck it is. And sometimes you can get a little bit lost in it. It doesn't feel like a horror film at times. And then they introduce these hideous unknown creature monsters that look pretty cool. Practical effects in this is fucking pretty damn tasty. I like it, appreciate it. But yeah, like I was saying with the story itself, I sort of get a little bit taken away from it. Like there's just so much in this film that they're trying to, explain, and sometimes it doesn't feel like they've explained it long enough. It's just sort of you spend all this time building it up and then you just sort of cheap out and just go, look, here's the fucking answer to that. And it's like, okay. But we're only like half the fucking time run in. So I don't know. It's definitely got its issues, this film. I'm not saying it's a fucking masterpiece or whatever, but I really appreciate certain things about it, which I will go on to explain a little bit now. I really love the whole Ben subplot. Zombie Big Ben, we should have got a lot more of. Best thing about this fucking film, let's be honest. I'm really disappointed that this film really tries to add a lot of layers of shit that we don't really need. It's like, takes me out of this film. I'm just like, fuck, you could have easily cut that out of the fucking film. You don't even need that because it goes nowhere later in the fucking film. Just certain things like that, little things, certain things though, that try to play somewhat of a major part. It just felt like it was rushed. It was just thrown in there to add a lot more time, run time to this fucking film for no fucking reason, I felt. But yeah, just stick to the Ben subplot, PTSD, flashbacks with our lead actor in the war with Ben, and then have the other subplot of his kid dying or going missing. And then when he's able to finally overcome Ben by the end of the film, it only adds a lot more emotional value to our lead actor and the characters to the point where we actually are invested with them. Because I was not. I didn't really feel for these characters at all, even though the actors were, like, decent. The actors were decent, I'll be honest. But the characters themselves, I just didn't really fuck, and I was rooting for Ben throughout this whole entire film. So the practical effects that we get in this film is actually pretty damn tasty. I mean, I look at Big Ben every time. Yeah, it's definitely a product of its time. You can see the actor's mouth in Big Ben, like the makeup and the costume, whatever it is, and all that shit aside, you don't really give a fuck because, I mean, the actor is killing it on screen as Zombie Big Ben. I mean, it looks fucking cool as shit. I mean, I was loving the dialogue that Ben had. Like, it was really cheesy, corny 80s vibes, and look, I'm all for that type of stuff. But yeah, like I said, it really takes me out of the fucking film when you start adding these other creatures, mind you, that actually look pretty damn cool as well. But yeah, it just took me out of the film. It really annoyed me. Yeah, so the cinematography in this film doesn't really stand out to me. It's your pretty stock standard filmmaking, I feel. I can't remember if any cool shots stood out to me at all. Maybe y'all will refresh my memory.
Intro pan shot, that's all I got.
The fucking acting was A-okay for what we get. It's that 80s cheese fest that, as expected, but it doesn't really annoy me at all. Like, I still have fun with it, I guess. The location of the house, now the exterior looks fucking pretty cool. Like, this house looks fucking awesome, but I don't know if it's the same interior they use for the house. That might be a soundstage, but nonetheless, the interior of the house felt like a never-ending maze, and each room had its own different little story. Like, it was really this gothic, felt like a haunted gothic aesthetic about it, and that was really cool to me. I really enjoyed
dark lacquer
how that was able to really work into this film. So yeah, the poster for this film is definitely one of my favourite posters of all time. It has a zombie hand pressing the doorbells and the taglines like "Ding Dong, You're Dead," which I feel is really fucking cool, but it kind of misleading for this type of film because this film's pretty tame, let's be honest. Maybe it's Big Ben's zombie hand, but that we only get in the fucking last act of this fucking film, which it should have been the whole entire fucking film, Zombie Ben. Yet I said it again, I do not care if I'm harping on it, because that's what we should have fucking got. Right. Also, this is a film I'm not really going to go out and go to everyone, you need to fucking see this in a heartbeat, stop what you're fucking doing, you must see it if you have not seen it. I'd rather part 2 than this film, because part 2 is just a fucking fun time. It definitely felt like that part 2 should have been what part 1 was, not taking itself too fucking serious. But yeah, like I said, Sean tried to cram, or whoever wrote it tried to cram so much fucking shit into this film, tried to make it really emotional, tried to make it funny with these, and not even really that scary. Like, it just, like I said, the subplots here and there, it's just, I don't know, it just took me out of the game. Anywho, Gore N More score,
what you got, buddy?
I'm going to give it a 3.
That sounds about right.
All right.
So anyway, DKB signing out. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this film, and I'll catch you mother lickers next week. Cheers.
Thank you, Mr. Kane.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Awesome. So there's a 3 from our beloved Doppelganger Kangabanga.
And Bobby, if you're still in the chat,
Bob, if you got a score, I'm sure Bob's definitely watched this movie, even if, you know what I mean? Like,
well, hell, if he's home, he can just hop on. Fuck it.
It's true. Yeah, I gotta stop doing my ums here. Can't think straight. So, is there anything else we wanted to discuss Like I said, I think the only thing I got, he said, I agree with Brody most of the way. He doesn't, there wasn't any crazy shots. Like I said, that opening pan around the house just to give you the full like size. I think that's his best because everything else seems kind of stationary or at least a little bit of track.
Yeah.
I really apparently have to watch number 2, man. You guys have all
You gotta watch it.
have said
It's a fun movie.
It's
have
fun.
praised it, so.
It's like Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. Completely different films. They're completely different movies, and I feel like Evil Dead 2 is more fun than the first one. And it's the same thing with House.
It's one of those ones where the sequel's actually you wouldn't say better, but you enjoy it more.
Yeah. I mean, this one has like a crystal skull that 2 fucking cowboy zombies are fighting over. Like, there's fucking Aztec. What are they like? Aztec fucking tribe that's after the skull too. It's out of it is
a lot of times
so out of left field.
Yeah.
All right. I know that's also on Tubi right now, so maybe I'll throw that on the list for a weekend time.
You won't be disappointed.
No. My one buddy, actually, who I told I was doing this, he's like, yo, I got all 4 on DVD. I was like, well, we're only doing the first one, but I do appreciate that.
The third one isn't even called House 3. It's the last horror show.
It's not.
It was House 3, like, everywhere except in America.
That's weird.
Which makes no sense, because I don't think it really even revolves around a house so much.
Is the second one the same house, or is it a different house?
They're all different.
Different house.
It's just a different house. Interesting. Okay.
It takes place in a house. That's why it's called House. I don't know.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's with the 2 friends, because that's
all right.
It's nothing like Weekend at Bernie's.
So I get what you're saying, though.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's got like 2 best bros that are like.
Brody says he bought all 4 on Blu-ray, and House 3 is actually pretty dope.
Yeah, it is pretty decent, from what I remember.
Never seen.
So, all right. I mean, I feel like we all not like maybe love this movie, but generally enjoyed this movie for sure.
Yeah.
It's like we said, to reiterate, it feels like a very good introduction to horror for sure. So fuck it, man. I think we're good enough discussing. Chad Daddy, what do you got behind the scenes, homie?
Okay, so it is difficult to discern, but the monster in the closet is designed to look like the napalmed bodies from Vietnam with bullets for fingers.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't personally ever get that from me just thinking it myself, but now that you say that, I could see that.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever seen images of napalmed bodies, so I don't think I want to.
I mean, I spent a lot of time on Rotten.com as a kid, so I can't say that I haven't seen some.
Did you really live if you didn't?
I think the one that sticks in my head the most is All the King's Horses, dude. Like, that was just such a fucked up one, dude.
Yeah.
Motorcycle accident. All right. Anyways, what else we got, Chad Daddy?
The original screenplay by Fred Decker was a traditional horror film with no humor at all. The comedy was all added by Ethan Wiley when he rewrote the script.
Oh.
So with no comedy, this movie would have been a way different shtick.
Yeah, and I don't think it would be as successful.
I don't know, though. I'd almost kind of wonder, like, a full horror version would be... Because then, like, I want him to kill his wife. I want the house to really fuck with him, and his wife is dead. And she's got to come back. And, like, she's got to be trapped in the house now, too, because she got killed in it. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of a... Like, the... What the fuck was it?
American
Horror Story. Thank you. That kind of... I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
I still haven't seen American Horror Story. Like I said, I watched like...
Gotta watch the first
I'm
season.
so fucking out of it, bro. But like the
first episode of Roanoke, and I'm like, nope, this is stupid.
No.
You gotta watch the first season. First season is good. Second season is good. Asylum.
That was pretty good.
And then the third season was Freak Show.
No, that was 4. Third was Coven.
Oh, Coven.
I didn't watch Coven.
I watched it after.
I care for it.
I watched Coven when the season that tied everything in came out. I watched it before I finished that season.
Oh, I don't know what that one was.
The end of the world, pretty much.
I watched 4. And I think 4 was the last one I topped out, which was the Freak Show one or Freaks, whatever the fuck. So, first one, like, dude, and you know me, I've said it many times over. You know I hate shows. That was one. For some reason, it got me. It does the normal bullshit show thing where it always ends on some fucking cliffhanger, and you're like, ooh, I gotta fucking know. And then they never fucking talk about the goddamn cliffhanger till like way later in the episode than you want, of course. But like, it's still really good, and like, the first season's still pretty fucked, honestly, dude. Like, there's some by the end of it, you're like, God damn.
I think it was the second season, like when it first started, the first episode. My wife watched it just because it had Adam Levine in it.
Was Adam Levine in the second season?
Yeah. Remember,
he's a psychiatrist, right?
No. It was him and his girlfriend were exploring the building, and he goes
in the very beginning,
he gets his arm ripped off.
Because
that was the only reason she watched it, because he was in it.
You know why? It's funny you say this. 'Cause I actually watched the first season because the dude who plays was Siler from Heroes. He was in it, and I was like, I really like him as an actor, dude. Like, that was kind of like when he was like,
yeah, he was awesome. Also, Mr. Spock.
He was, dude. He was a fantastic Mr. Spock.
As good of a Spock as he was, though, Carl Urban was a much better Bones.
I don't know if I can compare them, man. I feel like they're both equally like right in their spot.
Carl Urban just absolutely won me over as Bones. Like, I didn't think anybody would.
For his first 3 lines, bro, I was just like, yep, you got it.
Yep.
All right. What else we got behind the scenes, home?
Sean S. Cunningham recalls visiting Hong Kong around the time of the film's release there, but was confused by a poster he saw there as it featured an abundance of characters for the title. He asked why it took so many to simply say house, but he discovered the title had been changed to Don't Go Into the Haunted House After Midnight.
Jesus. That's a title.
I kind of like that title, though. Like, I want a movie called that.
I don't.
That's like a 70s movie right there. That's like a 70s horror movie.
Yeah, and I could even see like it popping up and be like dun 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 dun, like all the whole title. You'd be like, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why the way you're doing that just made me think of Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, not wrong.
Oh, fudge. According to Fred Decker, the script was originally inspired by Twilight Zone, the movie. After seeing that film, Decker and his friends, which included Ethan Wiley, Steve Miner, and Shane Black, planned to make their own independent anthology movie on video, but the project was never completed. Decker used the idea for his unproduced segment for this film.
Interesting.
Right on.
Oh, sorry, I'm itch. William Katt's own son visited the set on the day they filmed the scene where Rogers pulled into the closet and the boy broke down seeing his dad in danger.
Aww.
Way to traumatize that kid.
Fucking A, dude.
This was regarded as a transitional film by director Steve Miner, who was known mostly for horror films up until this time. While staying within his bankable genre of horror, this film gave him an opportunity to branch off into comedy as well, which helped him springboard successfully into other genres for future projects.
Very nice.
Sean S. Cunningham says the film opened at number 1, despite there being a dispute with a rival film claiming the same name. That film was Paramount's Pretty in Pink, and per IMDb, it actually nudged out House by 150,000 for the number 1 spot.
Wow.
Damn.
I mean, I like Pretty in Pink, so I can't say anything. It's a good movie.
Never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Huh.
I have never
Classic
seen
movie.
any of the Breakfast Club movies, dude.
You never seen any of the Brat Pack?
Not even Breakfast Club?
Nope.
Ferris Bueller?
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I've seen Ferris
Well, that's
Bueller.
not really Brat Pack, though.
See, and that's why I feel like I still am like technical. I'm like, no.
No, because I don't think Ferris Bueller falls in the.
I think that's a whole
Brat
different
Pack
category.
territory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
because the Brat Pack, that's all Shermer, Illinois, and he was Chicago.
Yeah.
right. So, no, yeah, I've never seen, what was it? What's the other one? 16 Candles?
16 Candles.
St. Elmo's
St.
Fire.
Elmo's, St. Elmo's Fire I didn't really like that much.
Never seen any of them. Never cared to. Just was not my thing. Does Weird Science count in that group? Because I also think,
Does it?
I don't think it does.
Really? I don't think it does.
Yeah, dude, fucking, what's his name? Anthony Michael Hall was in the Brat Pack.
Yeah, but that's only one
Yeah.
person. I feel like there needs to be more than one person to signify it as like,
Weird Science, RDJ's first movie.
yes, it
Yeah.
was. You're right.
Yeah.
Very
All right.
young.
I just don't, I still just, I don't know. I never considered Weird Science as a Brat Pack movie. Because it's what? John Hughes, right?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. Maybe. Roderick is a killer? What?
I think he killed someone in a car accident or something.
Did he really?
I think that was a long time ago.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I don't think he like is a serial killer. Like he's stalking people and murdering them like Shia LaBeouf.
Hey man,
My wife hates
I would
that
have
song so much.
why? It's so awesome.
I play it all the time. I think it's wait,
it's
he
so
isn't dead. Shia, surprise.
That's right. Fucking A. What else you got, homie?
Like horror films of the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, one of the major themes of this film is the mental trauma of the Vietnam War that is relived and dreamt of by its protagonist. This can largely be attributed to the recognition of PTSD in 1980 by the American Psychiatric Association and an increased popular understanding throughout those decades of PTSD symptoms, e.g. nightmares, flashbacks, etc., as well as an increasing number of Vietnam veterans who committed suicide as a result of their wartime experiences. Thus, in many ways, films like House reflect a change in national consciousness as war ceased being depicted as a glorious event and began to be seen as a harrowing and traumatic experience.
Bro, imagine just throwing a double feature to somebody, be like, all right, we're going to start off the night with House and we're ending it with Jacob's Ladder.
I knew where you're going.
Like, what a 180, but staying still on topic. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
Blood Dance is the main horror novel written by Roger Cobb, but the second one, barely visible at the bookstore, is titled Sword of Bad.
Sort of bad.
Sort of badassery. All right.
The next-door neighbor Harold is played by George Wendt, best known for his role as Norm in Cheers. House 2, the second story, features an appearance by John Ratzenberger, who played Norm's best friend Cliff.
Oh, no shit.
And he was a
awesome.
badass in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, really?
And then, yeah, you gotta watch it.
Damn it.
Gotta watch it.
The pig from Toy Story is bad.
You gotta see it.
He's a handyman. He's a handyman in that one.
Ew. Steve Miner.
I feel like that sounds familiar.
You're probably going to end up sitting there watching it, and then you'll be like, I've seen
this. You had to have seen it.
I might have, once again, it might have been a situation just like House, where like as a kid, I've only seen parts of it, so I never got to watch it.
Okay, after the show, we'll pull up the trailer, and then you can see.
I'll check it out.
Steve Miner left its chance of making this film as he was largely regarded as a director of horror films, having helmed the second and third Friday the 13th films. His next projects after House were Soul Man in '86 and the pilot episode of The Wonder Years.
Soul Man.
Wonder Years. Dude, fucking A. Used to love that show.
I hate Winnie Cooper. She was
such a bitch, dude.
She was a bitch. He played with Kevin's emotions throughout that whole show.
Like, she was a bitch. His brother was a complete fucking asshole the whole time. Even when he tried to redeem himself, he still wasn't that redeeming. He's still fucking cunt.
His sister was hot, though.
Sister was hot, but she was a bitch.
Yeah. She was a hippie bitch.
No, the hottest was the neighbor. When him and his dad were building the fucking tree fort, and then they just saw the sexy neighbor, so that became the reason they were building the tree fort, was just to watch the sexy neighbor.
I don't remember.
What? Oh my god, dude.
Okay, was she hotter than Donna's mom in that 70s show?
Different kind of hot, but still like that, like older Betty hot. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Big hat, big poofy red hair, big old sunglasses.
So Peg Bundy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey, Peg was hot. I don't care.
Peg was fucking hot.
Maybe less trashy Peg Bundy.
Give me all the trash. Give me all the. I would love to do that as a fucking Halloween.
Do you feel the same way about Joy from My Name Is Earl? You're like, I do.
I do too. Like,
I hate myself for that.
I like Jamie Presley, so yeah, it's kind of hard not to.
When she's yelling at fucking Crab Man, when she's talking about her boobs, she's like, hey, when I talk about my boobs, you look at that. And he's like, yes, man.
Ow.
Sorry, Scoops.
Oh, shit.
Continuing on, Fred Decker was friends with writer Ethan Wiley and brought the script to Steve Miner's attention. Wiley adds that Decker had given him the idea, but in his version, it was a dark, terrifying, haunted house movie. Decker was busy writing Godzilla in 1985 at the time, so Wiley took a crack at the house movie, and Fred was horrified that he turned it into this funny, off-the-wall movie.
I could see that, dude, especially when your first writing was supposed to be actually like legitimate scary and everything. I don't know, man. I would love to read that original draft just to see, like, you know what I mean? I'm sure like the actual, like, maybe like the more military scenes were more traumatizing, maybe something like that. Who knows, you know?
It was more like Jacob's Ladder.
Brody? I gotta throw that out there. Things I would do to Joy. All right, I'm glad I'm not alone in that boat.
Dude, ever since I saw her in Poison Ivy 3.
Look, all I'm saying is if Joy told me to sit down and watch all the dirty things Brody was going to do to her, I would.
Right? You'd be like, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Or would you just do the Earl, just the... Oh, fucking love it.
By the way, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Mr. Jason Lee is going to be at Steel City Con in December.
Nice.
Really?
Unless he's either there or he was just there. I'll have to look. I don't remember.
I would almost have to get a bag of chocolate covered pretzels for him to sign.
I know.
Fuck
I know
yeah.
their big selling point this year is their Christmas Story reunion and Scream. They have both.
You know what, man? The newer Christmas Story movie that was on HBO or whatever, I liked it.
I
wasn't bad.
completely forgot about it.
I can't wait to watch it again, dude. Once like that, it fits so well with the first one.
You know, it for me because I don't have my dad.
Sorry, you have to go, buddy.
Well, thank you for being here.
Wait. I think he's talking about Steel City Con.
Oh.
It just registered. I think he's talking about that.
For.
But yeah, the new Christmas Story movie, because I don't have my dad, it hit
that much harder.
More.
That's fair.
You know, but it's good. I like it.
It's cool because once they start doing him daydreaming, I was like, they got it. They got it. They know. Yeah. They did it right. I know. It's not going to be right. I'm not like a November 1st dude. It's like Christmas bomb. I personally like to wait. I like to wait till Turkey Day, or at least that week of. But yeah, man, I do love my Christmas movies. I don't know.
Day after Thanksgiving, tree goes up. You can start celebrating.
Bro,
Christmas
my
then.
wife literally just texted me while Chad Daddy's doing his thing. She's like, I want to get this tree. I'm like, we're not having this conversation.
I guarantee as soon as these Halloween decorations are down, she's going to be wanting to put the Christmas tree up.
Didn't she do that to you last year?
Yes.
I was going to say, I feel like I remember that. And the year before that.
Yeah, a couple years ago, she fucking decorated the house while I was out somewhere. I might have even been doing the show. And she knocked my freaking Part 6 Jason off the shelf and his head broke off.
Yes! I remember that.
She felt so bad about it. She's like, it took her like a month to tell me.
It's all right. Things happen.
Okay, so continuing on. Steve Miner grew up in the same Chicago neighborhood as George Wendt, but despite being the same age, the two never met there.
I mean, Chicago, so it's still pretty big. So.
Okay, Kane Hodder was the stunt coordinator, basically the behind the camera director of Stuntman. His only role on screen is the witch's reanimated body, mostly the arm, and the trash bag that William Cat keeps hitting with the shovel.
Huh? Oh, is that what we're calling the fat dead wife? Is the witch?
Yeah.
Okay. Word.
The witch bitch.
I didn't know if she actually had a name, so.
Right. It is not Richard Mall inside the mask and costume of the Big Bed Monster during the finale. The role was played by Kurt Wilmot, a tall tennis pro who was a friend of the filmmakers and had a horrible time in the role since, with zero body fat, his bones would slam against the hard shell of the costume.
Ooh. No cushion.
No cushion.
They should have just utilized him. Like, just makeup on him, you know what I mean? They're like, yo, you're skinny as fuck and your ribs are showing. Just do this.
The film was made by some of the same team responsible for the highly popular Friday the 13th franchise. This included Sean S. Cunningham, director Steve Miner, composer Harry Manfredini, and stuntman Kane Hodder.
Hell yeah, dude. Quite
a
crew. Maybe that's why it's weird that we're just looking at Ben and we're like, yep, he's part 7.
Jason. He's part 7, Jason.
And finally, the film originally ended with an unrelated monster in the pool that needed to be defeated to rescue the boy, but Steve Miner wondered if the missing boy could be tied to the Vietnam subplot. Roger originally dropped from the rope into the water, found his boy fighting a monster underwater, and then fought to rescue him before resurfacing in the pool. Wiley agreed on Miner's point and wrote a new ending which works wonderfully to bring it all together. Them rising from the pool was the original ending, but they added the arrival of the skeletal Big Ben to wrap it all up neatly. So
Okay.
he wasn't even originally supposed to be there, so that's why.
No, I did like them coming out of the pool. It did seem like it was a kind of full circle moment because that's where he essentially lost him, or that's where.
So
he
I'm
saw him
thinking like
last,
even in that version, the wife was still dead.
Possibly. I still think that would have just added a whole level of fuck if they kept that.
Yeah, because then what the fuck? Like, you killed your wife. How do you explain that? She's a fucking famous actress. What the fuck?
Dude, that's like the ending of Idle Hands, where it's like, there is no way that kid is not spending the rest of his life in jail.
He went to jail.
Dude,
there's no fucking way.
There's so many movies that need an extra 5-minute wrap up after the fact. Like
just like a quick little blurbs on each people, like the end of Animal House.
Yeah.
That okay, so you at Animal House. I was going more newer. I was thinking Can't Hardly Wait. Yeah.
Which was really inspired.
Essentially 90s Animal House. 99. Yeah, right? That's still 90s, wasn't it? I don't think that was
before
2000s.
99, wasn't it?
I mean, Seth Green was hardcore like 98, 99 trust in that shit, dude, with the goggles and the fucking Jinkos and shit. So I don't know.
He was so hilarious in that movie.
Fucking A. And Brody, it is fair to say that the mother of that little boy is a cock-teasing bitch because she was using his fucking pool. Just
Dude,
like if I showed up and my neighbor was just in my pool, like, oh hey, how's it going? I'm like, get the fuck out! You know what I mean?
Dude, she straight up left her little kid at a complete stranger's house just to go out and get some dick.
Which I wonder how many times like she left it on George, like did that to George Wentz. You know what I mean? Like that poor bastard.
Maybe she was blowing George Wendt.
I hope so. He seemed kind of like lonely. Yeah, you know what I mean? He's a concerned neighbor and just wants to be a good friend.
It's canon now. She blew George Wendt.
But like, douche of the film. Maybe not wrong, Jane. Maybe not wrong.
We're not there yet.
It's a very good. It's a good.
We're about to
good
be though.
Option though, for sure. All right. Yeah. So you said that's it, Chad Daddy?
That's it.
Okay. What format we watch that or watch this on, boys?
Prime.
Tubi. Okay.
I saw it was on Prime without fucking commercials. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
I do not
that's
have.
why I watched it because there was no commercials.
I don't have Prime anymore, so Tubi it is. Douche of the film.
I think Gene might be right.
I think Gene might be right, dude.
Gene's right. She left her kid with a complete stranger. She was using the fucking neighbor, knowing that the old lady was dead, using the pool.
Yeah.
Did she know that he lived it?
She already saw him because remember she went running by and she's like, hi. And he just stood there like a fucking weirdo. He didn't say anything. I'm like, dude, say hi back. Say hi back. That's all you got to do.
I know Roger almost gets douche in the movie too because he was a real dick to George Wendt for the first half of the movie.
He was.
He just wanted to be by himself.
He was,
man.
but I do understand where it's like he could have been way more of a dick. He tried to just like, he tried to do his whole like solitude explanation.
Maybe it's just a writer thing because now that I look back, he's kind of acting like Brian was acting on that episode of Family Guy when he wrote that self-help book.
Oh fuck! God damn it!
Yes, 100%. All right, favorite kill.
I'm gonna say shotgun to the witch.
To the fake, to the
fake wife.
I'm actually gonna give it to the grenade in the Big Ben's guts. Call me Big Ben.
Ooh. I'm trying to think of some of the other fucking kills. What do we got? We have 10 bodies, right? Or is that including Vietnam kills?
That includes the people killed in Vietnam.
All right, so those are just gunshots. So I'm wiping those out.
There was like 5 Vietnamese soldiers shot. Oh wait, you know what? Honorable mention to the witch getting decapitated by the flying garden shears.
Yeah,
that was pretty dope. You know what? I'm gonna go that because he utilized a monster versus a monster. And that was kind of that was pretty cool, actually.
Pretty sweet.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I, for some reason, kind of forgot about that. Grenade one's cool. I was trying to think of I was like, maybe when she hung herself, but she was already hanging when we saw her in the beginning. So we didn't actually, and we saw the ghost kind of recreate it, but it fades. So it doesn't really count. All right. Yeah, we'll go with that. Best scene. Best scene.
I got to go for best scene is when he's right after he buys all the video equipment and sets it all up. And he's doing like kind of a dry run for when he's getting ready.
Oh,
and he goes,
yeah.
He runs through the house and does that. He flies like that. And George Wentz there. Hey, Roger.
Once again, see, this is where it's like I like George Wentz, but I still question him in like his tisms because why the fuck if I'm Roger, George, why the fuck are you on my front yard?
Oh, he was letting his dog shit in the yard. He had to have.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing? I'm calling you out on that shit. Fuck
Guaranteed
you.
he took his dog there to take a dump.
The amount of times this dude just walks into his house. You know what I mean? Like, just like, bro.
It was the 80s. He was the wacky next door neighbor. You know, he was Kramer.
You know what's weird is like, I grew up with that, but it's like, I am so not that at all. I'm just like, fuck no, bro. Like, I'm in the house.
If you don't invite me over, my ass ain't showing up out of nowhere.
No, man. It's very rare, and usually I try never to because I always feel rude about it. So, like, usually you always throw a text. You know what I mean? There's no reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know, man.
One of these days, you're going to walk outside, and I'm just going to be standing outside your house. No warning.
You will
no
hear
nothing.
the fucking biggest scream of glee ever, dude. You wouldn't even know.
You're going to be like Ned Flanders with the purple drapes.
I would. Fucking stupid, sexy Flanders.
I'm going to say, well, I didn't give my best scene yet.
No, I'm trying to. Best scene. That is a good one, though, Chad Daddy.
It made me laugh. Just hey, Roger.
Best scene.
That dead air, that's bad.
Fuck, yeah, I know. I'm trying to think,
Yeah.
bro. Like, this is hard.
Well, you think, and I'm going to go ahead and say mine. So mine, kind of similar to Chad's, but it's when he takes him upstairs to open the closet at midnight, and they see they're fighting with a fucking goddamn poker and a
bed mattress, bro.
spear gun and a bed mattress.
And I love how when he woke George Went up in the morning, he wakes up swinging.
Okay, my favorite moment is when the realtor is showing around Roger around the house and almost spear guns him, and he's just like, "Oops, sorry."
Oh yeah, like nonchalant.
Yeah, and Roger
Like,
says nothing
so
either. It's like,
nonchalant.
bro, what the fuck?
He just continues on like it's nothing, doesn't apologize or anything. He's just like, whoops. Anyway.
No, that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that
your
because that was
uncle.
just a nice, like, funny, weird little scene.
Right.
Okay. Worst moment or scene.
The douchebag neighbor dropping off the kid. That was a shitty thing to do.
It was kind of weird, but I guess it's just the only reason is so now we have something to be scared of because the kid's gonna get taken by a monster. You know what I mean?
You know what mine is? Because I said, what the fuck?
The bath.
The bath, yes.
The stranger
But when
giving
Roger walks out of the bathroom with the kid he just met, if I was a parent and that was my kid coming out of the bathroom with somebody that I didn't even fucking know,
Yeah.
I'd have flipped.
And the kid was
my
crying a
shit.
little bit too, so
Yeah.
But here,
Yeah.
yeah, tell me that was. But on the flip side, you also are not dropping your fucking kid off at the random new neighbor's house that you don't fucking know.
True that.
So,
True that.
you know, I feel like that takes a certain kind of level of person.
I'm just saying that scene right there is very cringe. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but you need to, like, that's because you're looking at with 2023 glasses on, bro. If you're going back to 1986, that's just, I mean, he was a
If I go back to 1986, Uncle Tommy, no.
right? No, he was just, he was a dad. So, like, he knew what he was doing and everything like that. It's not, I don't know.
I know, but it's still such a weird fucking scene.
It's
Even the
weird that she would
bathtub
drop
scene.
him off to him,
Yeah,
though.
it
It's
is.
like,
It is.
it's like, here's your son now. Like, what?
But
Okay.
look, if my neighbor was to come and drop off their kid, I don't know my neighbors. I've lived here for almost 2 years and I've never said a word to either neighbor. But if they were to come and drop off their kid, I tell you what, okay, cool. You need me to watch your kid? Whatever. I'll watch your kid. It's a safe space here. But I'm not bathing your fucking kid. You know what I mean? Much less, hey, you fucking get dirty, you can take a shower when you get home. I am.
Yeah, but I'm just
not
saying,
fucking
like, let's
bathing a kid.
say that kid was like 3, right? Like, what if he just completely shit himself like up the backside, dude? Like,
It sucks to suck, nerd. Fucking.
you're not even gonna at least do like a Big Daddy, like hit the hose on him or something
Here's
like that.
a
You know what I
plastic
mean?
bag. I'll take him to the back and hose him down with his
Yeah.
clothes on. But hey,
But see, like, you can't have that kind of scene because now you're in a completely different movie territory. If he's just like hosing this kid off, like whatever.
Hosing him off like an elephant.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go with worst. I'm gonna agree with that though. Is maybe child bathing was probably the worst scene. I didn't need to see it. Whatever.
anything involving a random child in a bathroom.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Chad, Diddy, you got yours? Was that
Oh,
too?
they're dropping the kid off. Like any of that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry. Opening scene, hook us in.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I liked it, dude.
Dead hanging lady, let's go.
Yeah, grocery boy. And I was just like, yeah, man, that was a job someday at one point.
Yeah,
Now it's a job. Now it's just a totally
it's
different.
still a job now. It's
It's a totally different style job.
Yeah.
Now it's DoorDash and everything like that. Not some kid on a bike who works there. Alrighty. Most attractive character.
The wife.
I'm gonna go with the
slutty
wife.
neighbor.
I thought the wife was really hot.
I thought the wife saw it.
Wife was hot. I'm giving it to the slutty neighbor.
I mean, they were both
She was
kind of in
really-
this.
really
They're kind of
sexy.
both sitting in the same wheelhouse of like hot blondes.
Very,
so.
very same. Yeah.
George Wentz.
you
You know what, man? What is it with the
The
dudes?
witch.
The
The
dudes
witch.
with the curly hair in this movie, man. Everybody's got the sweet little fro going on.
Sweet 80s fucking curls going
Right?
on.
You never really see your lead man rocking curls like that. So it kind of this one always threw me off for that reason. I don't know why. Just did. All right. What do we got? Score set the mood. I'm gonna
fuck
say
yeah.
yes, it did, dude.
Harry Manfredini, come on. Kills it every time.
Absolutely, he does.
Best song?
You're no good.
You're no good.
Perfect.
You're no good.
You know, the funny thing is, every time I've heard that song, ever since I've seen that movie, it makes me think of this movie.
Nice.
Makes sense.
So that definitely affected that.
Agreed.
Favorite character?
George Wendt. He's lovable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want George Wendt as my neighbor.
Honestly, he is more likable than our main character.
This is true.
Was
Anybody,
it?
any dude that shows up at midnight with
You know
Chinese
what?
food and beer.
And not even that. The wife was nice.
Yeah.
Like the wife for like what her role and what she does could have been completely written as like the bitchy ex-wife and blah blah blah, but she wasn't. You know what I mean? Like
the bitchy cunty actress type.
right.
Yeah,
But
she
she
still loves him.
seemed more concerned about her actual life with him still than even, you know, the actress thing, but that's her job. So she's got to like, you know, fake it to make it. And, yeah, I don't know. Like he wasn't really the neighbor lady was like the most shittiest character. She wasn't like a douche shitty, like normal douche. You know what I mean? It was just like, what the fuck, lady? Just weird.
And you know what? His wife still loved him.
She did, dude.
You know,
absolutely.
They don't really get into it like in depth.
No, but you
but
could tell right from that phone call.
she
bro.
still wanted him. I mean,
They be both playing
know.
games with each other too, though. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
that's the thing. Obviously, they both liked each other, but
Yeah,
what's
because
up,
he
Mr.
wanted
Day?
to say something because he picked the phone back up and he was trying to talk to her, but she already hung up.
Yep, he shouldn't have faked the party. Just been like, yo, dude, I'm sitting here by myself thinking about you. Just didn't want to seem desperate. Alrighty, let's see. Was it scary? No.
No, but like I said, as a kid, that witch creeped me the fuck out, dude. Not
As a kid, yes. As an
You know,
adult,
as a
no.
kid, the closet scene creeped me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just the setup for that. All right, yeah, I can go with that. Once again, great introduction to horror movie, I feel.
Mhm.
Does it hold up today? I would say for the
I think so, especially with the PTSD theme.
yeah.
You know,
I think it could be obviously done much better because the Vietnam scenes look cheesy as fuck. Like
Yeah, you could tell that was just a freaking
That-
forest, California.
that is a
Like that was
really
no jungle.
that wasn't even that, dude. That was a really bad soundstage, dude, brought in with fucking fake fauna and shit. Like that was just I mean, it worked for what it needed to, but it just yeah.
I was never convinced that was Vietnam, though.
No, not at all. So I'm gonna say like a soft yes, because like I still enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I haven't watched it in a long time, and I know the wife for watching it the first time she liked it. Scoobs, you said Mel liked it, so
Yeah, Mel liked it. Yeah.
So you know, how's the acting, boys?
Decent enough.
Yeah,
It wasn't cheese.
Mm-mm. It was good. It worked.
We did get we Big Ben was looking for Charlie, man. He called him right out. Just got to call him out.
That's what I wrote them down as Charlie 1, Charlie 2, Charlie 3.
I mean, probably what they were. Is that what they were in the credits?
I probably didn't say Charlie. I probably said Vietnamese soldiers.
I bet it did.
I don't know. It's 86. It may have said Charlie.
I don't know. That's right on that cusp of.
Now I feel like we got to go watch. All right. Cinematography, nothing really to, like Brody said, nothing to write home about.
And like you said, just that opening scene where
I feel like that's the only thing that felt like it was out of the norm, and then everything else feel like it was kind of not static shots, but you know what I mean. Like there wasn't anything. You know, actually, I would say one other good shot that maybe I should throw in there was the reveal of the witch. I thought that was done pretty well. Like with the use of the table. Simple, but effective. Premise.
Of course.
It's a haunted house, bro. You
fucked up haunted house. Let's go.
Hey, this guy goes into a haunted house. Cool.
It's not even just a haunted house. It's like a fucking interdimensional house.
Yeah,
right?
Like deliberately fucking with him.
Yeah.
I want to know how it got his aunt. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, eventually, or she's like, it finally got me. Or like,
but it tricked her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it finally tricked her. So, like, how did it trick her? I want to know. Like, be interesting. Especially if she knew about it this whole time and she was able to, like, you know, fight it off. Like, what was the one thing that finally got her? Did they use her, like, great nephew to, like, fuck with her? You know what I mean? Something like that.
Could be. It's like the house was driving her mad and her paintings were like her way of coping with it or something.
The paintings were fucking cool, man. That's one thing we never even actually talked about today.
Yeah, her paintings were pretty trippy.
Yeah, especially like once you see that secondary one. I mean, you obviously get the one on the staircase that we stare at for a second or two, but you get that secondary one with actually the flying tools and shit like that, which I was like, oh, nice. Yeah. All right, boys. And the climax, was it satisfying?
I gave us a happy ending. So
I mean, yeah, bro, this was straight up storybook happy ending.
Yeah.
Oh, he found his son and everybody's okay.
Oh, the wife's still alive.
Yeah, like, dude, if this was a horror movie, George Wentz would have not survived this either, dude. He would have been dead.
At all. Everybody would have died.
Yep, for sure.
The kid would have been like some little demon or something.
The little boy that got dropped off, he would have got like taken to, and then the mom would have like freaked out on him and like, oh, you did something to my boy.
Yeah. And then the shears would have came and chopped her head off.
By the way, John, I love when you move to one certain way where it looks like
God damn it, Chad, no! I was gonna tell him after the show to fucking drop down so I could take a picture. No, go down a little bit more.
Wait, why?
Go down a little bit more. Just go down a little bit more.
No, down.
What are we looking at?
Your head is like the head of the skeleton body.
My head is the head of the skeleton.
In the background.
Oh, I'm like right here. I know what we were talking about. All right, I can see that now. All right, boys. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind
/ remake. I want to see an updated version of this.
I feel like they'd fuck it up, man.
It'd be all horror.
Yeah, it would be all horror, and they would just completely fuck it up. They'd give it to fucking like A24 or something.
Yeah, they give it to Blumhouse. They do remakes.
They do.
That should be their tagline.
Or
we do remakes.
You got another one.
Blumhouse is the 5-fingered death punch of horror.
Yeah, they are.
You got the third variant that you could go as well, and you can go Shudder Bloody Disgusting Realm House, which would be more independent, but I feel like they would also want more serious horror though. Well, I say serious, but then I'm like, then you got Terrifier 2 in there. So it's like, all righty, boys. I'm with you though, Chad. I think I would like to see still a reboot of this. I feel like Vietnam scenes could be way better. I don't know. I think I would like almost to see the original treatment of this. I would like to see a very scary version, but who knows? It could just also be. It could also be too generic at that point too. Who knows? Or maybe it'd be too Jacob's Ladder. You know what I mean? Like we already.
Well, I feel like if they remade it, they wouldn't do Vietnam. They would do something closer to the
Desert
era.
Storm.
So it would probably be like Afghanistan or Iraq.
Yeah, I'd
or
do Desert Storm,
something
dude,
like
for
that.
sure.
You know.
I mean, unless you still kept it set in '86, then you can still do Vietnam because then it would be more frequent. But
yeah.
All right, let's rate this bitch. Brody started out with a 3. Scuba, you got bud?
4.
4. Chad Daddy,
Do 3.7.
3.7, and I'm gonna go with Brody as a 3. And did we get anything from Bob?
No, he
You
disappeared.
did not.
All right, cool. Divide that by 4. That would be a 3.4
Not bad.
for 1986's Hoose.
Not bad at all.
All right, next episode's preview. Chad Daddy, I think you said we got.
Like I know very little to next to nothing about this movie. It is a Brody pick, and it is called The Loved Ones.
Never heard of it. 2009's The Loved Ones. Looks like.
I mean, I've read that a lot of people really enjoy this one, so let's see, how it turns out.
Okay, cool. It's on Pluto for free and on Paramount, Roku, all that other good shit for premium subscription. So shouldn't be a hard one to find for everybody. Looks 2009, kind of.
Honey, hi, honey.
What's up, Mel? I see a drill on the cover, so that looks kind of.
Charlie is with her sister.
The Loved Ones. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Cool movie that none of us has really seen besides probably Brody.
Yeah, never seen it.
Yep.
Sweet. Where is Charlie with the other child?
In Vietnam.
Fucking A. All right, boys. Is there anything nerdy to discuss?
I got nothing. Only thing I will say is I'm excited to see what the announcement is on, what is it, Friday, that Hasbro has, the big GB announcement.
Now that you said that, that was going to be my nerd news, and I'm already claiming what it's going to be.
Slime blower.
It's Slime Blower, bro. It's Slime Blower, and this is why. This is why.
Fucking hope so.
This is why. This is why. Exactly. And that'll be my third point for reasoning. So their first, we're doing a big reveal on Friday the 13th. The reveal was for another fucking reveal. So go fuck yourselves, Hasbro, for that. But they had a video that had a bunch of like other shit in it. It showed a a Spangler action figure and shit like that. But it showed pink slime that is modeled after the green slime that came with the Hasbro Spangler pack from last year. Clue number 1. Clue number 2. Ghostbusters News drops an article that some influencer is on the set using a live action slime blower with a still frame of him. Why would that be? Maybe because they're filming something for an advertisement spot? I wouldn't fucking know. Clue number 3. Spirits Unleashed gets this crazy update, and then 2 days after said update, hey, look what they put in the basement of the basement. Oh, look, there's the fucking slime blower.
Dude, I found
Bro, there is too many fucking coincidences if they don't fucking drop this shit.
I did not jump on the Hasbro pack, and I kicked myself in the ass.
You are. You
every
bet your
day
ass
for it.
you are now. If this happens.
It's a fucking slime blower. And I'm sorry, honey.
I
I'm going to put us into
I was like,
debt.
it's happening. I don't give a shit.
I will put us into debt, and I am sorry. I love you. I will make it up to you somehow, some way, one day. I'm getting that fucking slime blower.
So
I'm getting it.
Here's the good thing. If they stick with the price point of the Hasbro pack, which was $4.99, hopefully, because they already haven't pre-released the slime thrower gun, you're already getting the gun and the thing, because obviously this would be, you're still going to have lights and sounds, but this is still more of a simplified style pack. It's just size-wise, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, there wasn't much lights and sound-wise.
No, you're going to have your lights here. You got a bar graph on the side with a blinking light, and then you have 2 other lights on the side.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited.
So like, and then there's
Oh.
there's 2 lights on the gun too. So I'm just saying, man, there's way too many coincidences to be dropping like that. First, and let me just say, let me back up a little bit, bro. I don't even care if it's one fucking scene in the new Ghostbusters movie, but if it's something where like podcast is like, hey, what's this? And picks it up and just hoses a bunch of fucking people, and then they all start acting all chummy and shit. And they're like, he's like, oops. Like, that's how I see that scene happening. I don't care. I want it. Give me it.
Yeah, just give me that little bit.
I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it's like it's an absolute necessity for the end of the movie for them to win. They're like, oh, how are we going to win? And they raise like, hey, we use these. Try these.
I mean, I would love that too, but I feel like they're just gonna. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like the fact that they have some dude using a working one on set for whatever fucking reason, and it's an influencer, which I was like, ugh. But you know
what? If it is,
and
if it is a slime blower, there damn well better be an option for it to play higher and higher.
Fucking A.
I mean,
you
you just hook an MP3 player to it and you just play it through it.
Yeah, but if it's I think if they're going with the $500 price point, that should be included.
Dude, what if it's not even $500? What if it's cheaper because it doesn't have all the electronics?
It won't be, dude. Because, bro, you got 3 different hosing going around to it. On top of, you got the gray added pad that would be to it, and that's even if they give you, like, because you know what I mean. Like the thing's a little different, so I don't know if this would have
HasLab stuff for everything is always very highly priced. So,
and it's if you figure in total setup, bro. That first of all, the box for the Hasbro pack was fucking massive. This thing is going to be
this is going to be huge,
ridiculous. People are going to not be able to get this shit through their doors in my head. But I want it. I don't care, dude. Unless it goes above like a $700 price point, then I'm out. But I'm hoping it sticks at that like $499, dude. I'm
going to Klarna that shit.
I don't know, man. We got Friday, so that's the big release date. Also, speaking of Ghostbusters, and I think it's still on sale. Please, if it's not, I'm sorry. But because they dropped the new Ecto Edition update for Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, they also have put it on sale. So right now, that game is at a very low price of $15 fucking dollars. So if you are on the fence, I would say go buy it. Totally worth
buy it and play with it.
It's fun. Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was worth it when I first got it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
And with all the updates that they've given, which have all been fucking free, including this new one, bro, like it's like completely like driven me back. Now they've added more prestiges. I'm like, fuck, bro, I got so much grinding to do. That cardboard pack, bro. That cardboard pack is fucking
I am just
my alleyway.
I am trying like hell to get the fucking Fanatic pack.
Fanatic pack. That's the cardboard pack, right?
No.
I thought it was. I thought the Fanatic ones were the cardboard ones.
I thought there was just like a cardboard skin. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
No. Because the Fanatic one, like there's the thrower, the pack, and then the skins for each one. But I think you still have to get them in a challenge because I'm working for the thrower right now.
I got the thrower. I'm trying to get the pack.
And each one has an old Kenner box, dude.
It's great.
It's hidden in there somewhere.
They're like duct taped together.
Yes, bro. My buddy Eric, he knows me. He looked right at me. He's like, John, that's right up your alley. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. I've made 2 proton packs out of fucking cardboard. Like, I love that shit, dude. It's fucking fun. So, yeah. If you were on the fence for that game, go fucking buy it. Totally worth the 15 fucking bucks.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. Let's see. Was there anything else?
And like I said, Sam Hain, when you unlock him, he kind of sucks to play as.
I haven't used him yet.
Because you know how with all the other ghosts you could just possess an object to rebuild your energy?
Yeah, he's supposed to fight aggro. Like I know he's supposed to fight way different.
But he is weak as fucking when you're starting out.
Really, man? Because so many people are like good as hell with him. Because doesn't he get minions and traps at the same time? So I mean that's kind of a nice like defense.
Yeah, but it kind of sucks. Like I said, your energy replenishes. You know, at a normal rate, you can't really possess anything to rebuild it faster.
Fair enough. Let's see what else we got. Oh, for other horror games, if you got Game Pass on the EA part of it, the new Dead Space Remastered will be dropping within a week or so on Game
fuck yeah.
Pass. I was actually just going to buy that last week, and it was brought up to me, and it is true. And so I'm very happy that person told me. And yeah, so I'm very excited. I love the first Dead Space, dude. So I can only imagine how this remaster is going to be.
No,
I no longer have my Series X that I just bought. But let me tell you why.
Okay.
Damien was like, Dad, trade me the Series X for my PS5. And I said, how about you trade me the Series X for your PS5 and your Series S? And he said, deal. So now I have both.
Oh, so you still have a Series S.
I still have the Series
you're
S.
fine, dude.
console, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like you couldn't just be like, yo, I'm taking the shit back real quick.
No, exactly.
It's like, I'm dead.
And I didn't think he was going to go for it, but I was like,
Why did he want to?
Okay,
That's a
trade
hell
me
of a trade. Why?
no clue.
That's fair.
But Spider-Man.
Fucking right, bro. Looks,
Spider-Man
I'm going to wait for that, though.
looks
I have to,
fantastic. What else we got? Was there? I feel like there was. For you horror junkies out there, Gutter Garbs today just dropped Rob Zombie Halloween merch. So they just got that shit out there. I haven't personally looked at it yet, but I just saw the email right before we went live. So
and also in the related news, NECA is teasing a big announcement for Halloween, and everybody's speculating that's going to be a deluxe ultimate Tom Atkins from Halloween 3.
no shit.
Ooh.
I'll buy fucking Tom Atkins, dude. All
Hell
the
yeah.
way.
Are the pants removable?
Right? Does he come
It better
fully
be.
Because
naked?
if they're not, I'm going to be pissed.
I need to recreate the ass shot with my Atkins, dude.
Yes, with my figures.
Fucking A, bro. That'd be awesome.
That would be.
I believe that is all I have.
all I got.
For fucking news.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh, one more spooky thing, and I'm sure most of y'all know, but Boo Buckets are back at McDonald's. So
Yeah, I saw that.
And they added a new one this year, didn't they?
they have 4 this year. 2 new ones, because one's a vampire, which I got, and the other one's Frankenstein, and I need my Frankenstein.
So that
And then there's a pumpkin,
Vampire-
and then the white one is a mummy this year. It's not a ghost.
It's a mummy
it's the
this year, it's
vampire's
not
the
a ghost.
purple one.
Yep.
Okay, that's when I saw somebody.
But he has the witch hat, which I kind of laughed. I was like, why's he got a witch hat? I still miss the old ones from our youth, man, with the cookie cutters, man. Nothing will
Yep.
fucking beat that shit.
Nothing will ever beat that ever.
And they're smaller than they used to be, too. But what I found out, and if you just want the buckets like I do, and you're not trying to eat a bunch of fucking McDonald's, you can buy them for $2. And I was like, oh, great,
nice.
dude. So, yeah, you can just go and be like, give me the buckets.
I'll have to tell Steph that because she's been wanting them.
Yeah, they looked right at me, and they were like, you just want 2 buckets? I'm like, yeah, I'm not really trying to eat the food, man. And they were like, oh, okay, $4. So I was like, fuck yeah, here you go. Give me them.
You know, I had all of them from last year, and I have no idea what the fuck I did with them.
Mine are on display, and with the new vampire mixed in the middle now.
I don't know what the fuck.
I haven't tried to get any of the other ones. I only got the vampire.
Speaking of displays, my wife absolutely loved the picture that your wife shared of you dusting your Halloween decorations.
No, that was great.
I was dusting the area where I was putting my Halloween decorations.
She's like, never dusted the house, but he'll dust his Halloween decoration.
Mm-hmm.
I hate dusting, dude. I fucking hate it. It's like the one chore I literally hate the most because it's just.
I hate it because I'm actually allergic to dust. Like, if it gets kicked up in the air, like it'll trigger me into an asthma attack.
Oh,
But if
that's
it's
fair.
yeah, it's horrible.
I just fucking hate it. I'm just like, God damn it, dude. It's fucking annoying. Usually it's always like something where it's like, I'm like, all right, it's time to do this. And I'll just put on some background movie. But then the problem is like, I'll get attracted to background movie. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be dust. Fucking A, dude. See, Joe, I'd rather do dishes all day than dust.
Same.
Laundry's the worst.
Dishes to me,
Laundry
I could
is
put
the
on
worst.
music, bro, and just fucking go to hand. That's fine.
I'd see for me, my least favorite's got to be mowing the yard.
Also,
No,
I put on music, I just go with it. So
That's what I do too. I've been putting that's, but I hate push mowing. I hate it.
that's fair. All
I
right,
hire Mexicans to do my yard.
your son.
No,
Oh,
one of my old students. One of my old students.
I thought you were going to go something like my kids.
No, I hire one of my old students to fucking come and cut my grass.
Awesome. All right,
Makes me feel superior.
alrighty. I think so. Yeah, like I said, that's all I got for nerd shit. A lot of
Yeah,
Ghostbuster
that's-
crap this week. I'm hoping, man. Fingers crossed. Slime blower. Let's go.
We should probably cross dicks too.
Yeah.
for sure. Not streams though.
Rumor has it we
not
might be getting
streams.
a trailer drop within the next couple weeks too.
For the new one?
Yeah.
Possibly. The German
there's-
guys have already watched it.
Yeah, there's some big convention coming out that they're saying that's probably where Sony's going to drop it.
Yeah, there's already been 2 groups that have seen it where it's been it hasn't had the special effects added yet, so they've seen the rough cut of it. But I don't know. Like I said, dude, I'm keeping hope up because it's a newer director, so he's not going to be under Daddy's stigma of trying to set, to reach a certain bar. Where this dude's like, nah, man, I'm going to do this with it, which could go good or bad. I'm hoping for good, obviously.
As long as it's not 2016.
No, dude, I don't think anybody is up their own ass like fucking Feig was so much.
Yeah.
But. All right. So yeah, next week, once again, catch 2009's The Loved Ones. And join us to fucking review that shit.
And I want to make an official announcement because me and the boys just discussed it in the chat. I have officially added. Let me get. I think it's December 4th. Our first episode in December, we are doing the Friday the 13th remake.
Fuck yeah!
So our Jason celebration is not over yet.
Whoop whoop! Fuck yeah, dude!
I just had to. I just had to. And we're gonna have to do the killer cut.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I am definitely trying to go see Thanksgiving next month when that drops. Like, I hope it's just a good old time. I hope it's not bad, but we'll see. Yes, Joe. 2009. We're watching Jordan Harvey.
Yeah.
Fucking A. All right, boys. Well, I think it's time to sign it out. Scuba.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, the dean of the deceased, the ghost daddy, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, tune in sometime this weekend for an episode of Somewhat Supernatural about the origins of Halloween.
Oh, nice, dude.
Sounds sexy. This is your dark lord of knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, saying, come back next week for The Loved Ones. That kind of sounds like a soap opera.
Yeah.
The Loved Ones.
Love book.
Yeah.
And I am your not so mean fluff mess stream, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. Catch 2009's The Loved Ones next week. And last but not least, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Charlie PP.
George wants penis.